What's up and welcome to the channel, people. Today we're just going to do the brake pads on a 2016 Nissan Rogue. First you want to start by jacking up the car. The jack points look like that. They have like these little teeth in them. You can't see. Let me see. See that? See the little teeth in them? That's your jack point. That's one of the jack points that we're going to use to lift this car up. And then once I take out the tools, once I take out the tire with the impact gun, then we'll show you what else to do next. So once you take the tire off, it's gonna look like this. This here is your rotor. And look at how thin you're probably wondering why I'm changing my tires, my brakes. It's because, I don't know if you see all the way in there, my brake pad, right in there, my brake pad is barely visible. So I definitely needed new brake pads. The rotors are in okay shape. I will be changing those next, but for now the brake pads are the major problem. And so what you need to break this caliper, this is the caliper here. What you need to break this loose on this specific vehicle is a 14mm wrench. What you're gonna do is you're gonna break these things loose. I didn't bring my tripod, so it's gonna be a bit of a hassle to try and take this thing out with one hand. So with that being said, what you do is you're gonna break it loose. Remember, we're righty tighty, lefty loosey. And the reason why we're breaking this caliper loose is because this piece is the piece that I need to take out, because that's where the brake shoes, that's where the brake pads sit. So I gotta take that out and replace them. So I already got these loose. I just gotta finish unscrewing them. And then once that happens, I'll be able to take this out, and then I'll show you the differences between really, really bad brakes and new brakes. All right, so this here is one of the brakes. This is, look at these brake pads. You tell me what you think. You tell me if you think that they're, so usually to take these out, instead of trying to pull them, you want kind of like a flathead. You want a flathead. This isn't a flathead, but it's a tool I used to, when I used to change speakers and radios and stuff like that. So what you want is, you want to just pop this out. This right here is your brake pads. So you see how much, I'm pretty sure the other side is a lot worse, but this one is bad. Let me see. See that? Now compare it to, you know what? It actually isn't as bad as I thought it was. However, you obviously know which one's the new and which one's the bad, correct? But what we're gonna do, what I like to do is I like to spray this with some brake cleaner, and I like to spray this area. We're gonna be replacing these metal clips too. So most brake pads come with these metal things. Excuse me. This is an old one, but most brake pads come with brand new ones of these. They're all nice and shiny, like a nice and shiny toy. Let me show you one. Boom, something like this. What I like to do is I spray this with a little brake cleaner. This little area here, it gets filled with gunk and grease and all that stuff. I just like to take a hard brush and just kind of clean it, just so that when the new ones go in, I won't really have an issue going in. They fit pretty well. But yeah, so let's go ahead and clean that, and then we'll go put those metal inserts in. So what I had to do is I had to keep the same clips. I just had to spray them and clean them because the new ones don't fit. The rotor's a little bit too thick. But look at how that looks. Let me put the other one, then I'll show you. Alright, that's how it's supposed to look. This one gave me a little bit of problems going in, so I had to finagle and make it work. But this is how it should look. It should look like that, nice and beautiful. You want to hang your caliper up. You never want to just let it hang down, so you want to like mount it somewhere and make sure that it's on something, it's sitting on something instead of just hanging. Reason for that, I'm not 100% sure, but everybody I've known and everybody I've watched do brakes and all that stuff. That's what they all do. They all hang it up. But yeah, let's go ahead and put this caliper on and we should be good to go. You're probably wondering why I have this tool. I don't know what it's called. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what it's called. Something has to do with that's it there in case you guys need to get it, and I'll show you guys why I'm going to use this. So, in your caliper, see that little boot thing that's sticking out? That right there needs to be pushed down so that it can fit the new brakes and fit on the rotor, yada, 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 do all that other fancy stuff. In order for me to do that, I need to place an old brake pad, yeah, I said it, an old brake pad across the top. It doesn't really matter. And then the tool sits. Try to do this with one hand. Again, I left my tripod upstairs. What you're gonna do is you're gonna stick this thing there, then you're gonna twist it, and that's gonna press down that boot. Oops, sorry. You're gonna twist this, and it's gonna press the boot down. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. It might take me a little bit, but let me see. For you guys, let me see. This has to be the other way. Anyways, you get the idea. That's supposed to press up against the brake, and it's supposed to push the boot down so that you're able to fit the new brakes on the rotor. This right here is the other side. The rotor on this one is actually bad. It's not the worst that I've ever seen, but it's pretty bad. However, me having new brake pads on this will help the cause. I'm going to be busy this whole month. The month of May, I'm going to be busy like every single day. So I'm not going to be able to change this today. I still got to do yard work. I got to mow the grass, cut the lawn, you know, do all the other fancy jazz. But I'll do a tutorial on that, and I'll be changing these brake rotors out. But for now, we're just doing the brake pads. One side is always going to be more difficult than the other. No sides are the same. Remember that. So if one side is really difficult for you and you're over here struggling and sweating and wanting to quit and throw in the towel, don't. Just continue to do it. You need to learn. You know, we all need to learn. I still need to learn. There's a lot of things I need to learn. However, with that being said, let's go ahead and hang this here. It's a lot difficult with one hand. Oh, goodness. Oh, gosh. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, these brake pads are done. Oh, man. Remember, if you can't pull them out like that, use a flathead. In this case, I got this little pry bar. I need my other hand, so I'll show you. Whoopsies. That's fine. If that comes off, that's fine. It didn't break. It's just the clip that they put on the brakes. This side gave me more problems than the other side for sure, with these bolts in particular. But with that being said, yes, I understand. I know I'm probably going to get comments like, yo, those brake rotors are crazy. I know, they're bad. They're not the worst I've ever seen, but they are bad. However, brand new brake pads on these types of rotors will last a little bit, at least last a month. And then I'll do another video on changing the rotors afterwards. But that's pretty much it. I hope this video helps someone out today. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll have a more descriptive video when I'm doing the rotors. I'll bring my tripod, and you get to see step by step what I'm doing. I hope I hope I did step by step enough, removing the caliper for the brake pads to be inserted. So one thing you want to finish up with after you put your tires on, you change your brakes, all that other good stuff, you want to get yourself a torque wrench. Why do you want a torque wrench? Just so that you can secure and make sure your tires are torqued to the right specs so that they're tight, just company standard, etc., etc. And if you don't have this, it's not the end of the world. Just make sure that you have those. Just make sure that you have your tires torqued really well, and that they're not loose, because you don't want that to, you know, something to happen on the highway or a side street, God forbid. But yeah, I already got mine set. This one here, you set yours to the proper, you know, torque specs and all that stuff. I already have mine set, so I'm not going to go ahead and get into that. And then once you do that, you want to go through each lug nut. And once you hear it click, that's how you know that it's torqued to the right setting. Boom. And then you just want to go around and do all 5 or 4 or 6. Are there 6 lug nuts on some cars? Anyways, who cares? But yeah, you just want to go around doing that on all tires, on all your tires, especially if you just took them out, and then you're done. And then once you change your brakes, you want to let your car run, and you want to keep tapping on your brakes. The brakes are going to go all the way down. It's because that boot that we ended up pushing back, we just need to get it back so that it could contract and then hug against the brake pad, the rotors. So do that a couple times. There's no right number. I don't know if somebody has an actual number, but that's pretty much what you do. And after that, you are all set. Thank you again for watching, guys. You guys have yourself a blessed one. Peace.